Yo guys, welcome back to another video here on my channel. Now in this video we are going to go through the best tactics that you can use in FC24 Pro clubs. Now I'm going to start this video by going through our record in the club that me and my mate have been using. It's in all the series for the videos that are on my channel, so if you've checked them out, thank you. And if you haven't, make sure to go check them out. They're an absolute ball of fun and such a good watch. Anyway, enough promoting those videos. So yeah, going over our record. Now you can see for the first season, when the game first came out, you see that we've got 120 wins, 30 draws, and 109 losses. Now I know what you're looking at, or what you're thinking, that this isn't a great record at all. And yeah, I understand that, and also with our playoff record is 10 losses and 10 wins, so 50-50, which I totally understand. You're probably like, oh, well, he's not going to give me any great insights into the tactics. We'll just hang fire, because I'm going to go through what our tactics is, and maybe we can help each other out. And there actually is some helpful tips that I'm going to show you. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, the record's not great in here. But then if you go to the season 2, we haven't played that many games this season, because we've been playing other games and so on and so forth. But you can see that our record is massively improved. Now this is because we're using this one tactic, which I'm going to show you. In last season, we were going through loads of different tactics formations. We were all leveling up and so on and so forth. So that's why this record is pretty pants. And then this one is actually half decent, like. So yeah, there's our record currently. Let's go into the tactics. So here guys is the tactic presets. Now we're using tactic 2, and the formation that we use is a 5-2-2-1, and it's the second variation. I think this is a very obscure formation to go with. I know a lot of people use the 5-back, but I don't think they quite use this formation with the 5-back with the 3 strikers. But the way me and my mates like to play, we like to play with as many tacklers as possible. But then our midfields are very defensive and like box to box sort of players, and they're very creative. So, and that's the position that I play. So yeah, basically in this tactic we're going to go through the defensive line, the goalkeeper. I think the rest are pretty default anyway. But then you've also got like the depth and stuff like that, and we'll go through the defensive. Oh my god, the defensive like play style and the attacking one as well. So let's go into edit here, and I'll show you. Game plans, that was the word that I was looking for before. So here they all are, pretty straightforward. You can copy this as much as you want. But yeah, it's very rare that we go into defensive or attack, and we quite kind of like the way our balance is set out. So here they are. This is the first page. So we use, on the defensive one, we use the balanced style. Now we use that because we think that obviously these tactics are based around the bots. You've got to make the bots as best you can, because the AI is pretty pants on this game. So you've just got to make the best out of a difficult situation. So we've just kept this balanced, but I believe we've upped the width and the depth. Now I know on Ultimate Team that I think like having like 72 depth just makes your team crazy. That does not work on club. So if you're trying it, just leave it. It doesn't work. So yeah, we have our team width just a little bit more because we like to use the full width of the pitch, because we like having like fast wingers and crossing the ball into our striker and so on and so forth. And then the depth is just a little bit higher out the box, just because as you can see in the picture there, they're right on the edge of the box. We don't want them in the box, because that's when penalties are given. And if we sit 2 back, then we just give their chances of long shots, and the finesse outside the box is pretty broken in this game. So that's why we have them. Moving on to the offensive, we have the fast build up now, especially with the 2 midfielders that we play with, one of them being me. Right, nice, quick, sharp passing. So that's why we have the fast build up, and it makes the bots just, they seem a bit quicker, which suits us as a team. So yeah, and they like to the bots press forward when we do. They like to cut out the passes of the opposition as well. So that's kind of nice. And then we also pair that up with the possession chance creation. We want to make sure that the bots are always giving us an option. We don't want to be left alone with no one to pass to, and we end up losing the ball, and then we get counter attacked and concede, because counter attacking in this game is pretty much the biggest aspect in it. So yeah, that's why we have the possession. We just want to make sure that we always have some sort of option. We like playing like short tiki taka passing, so we want to make sure that the bots are also doing that with us. Which, to be honest, I'd say they are, especially for this season, as you could sort of see in the record earlier. This chance creation as possession seems to work. Again, the width 46, pretty standard. Want to use the full width of the pitch. The players in the box now. This is when you're offensive and you're like crossing the ball in. Now this doesn't really matter to us because we have the three strikers and the two midfielders. Everyone else is a defender or obviously the goalkeeper. So this doesn't really matter to us too much. So I think this is pretty much basic, if not like one less, just in case. We only have four of us playing, or three of us, or two. So yeah, that's why that's like that. Corners, we are pretty OP at corners, I won't lie. We've got Marcus that just sits on the front post all the time and he just seems to score it every single time. So we just have everyone sitting back just so we don't get countered, just in case Marcus can't finish it. And that's the same with free kicks. We've got Jason that takes our free kicks and he can seem to pretty much score it. If not, it'll just go out of play and play will restart with everyone back in their position. So that's why we have both of them back. Formations, as I mentioned earlier, it's the 5-2-2-1 second variation. Now, yeah, this is a very bizarre formation to go with, but it fits us, and I would assume it can fit you guys, especially if you've got 5 players that all want to like play as a team. I think that little like, I don't even know what the 5-sided shape calls it, a pentagon or something. But yeah, that sort of like diamond sort of shape, I feel like that fits quite nicely. So yeah, that is why we go with that formation. I know in the past, let me just try and find it real quick. This formation here, the 4-3-1-2, everyone that says this is the best formation to go with in clubs, I feel like it doesn't work anymore because you need to have the wide players to be able to stop the crosses. So yeah, that's why we go with the 5-2-2-1, because we can have our attackers, which are more like wider cams, like left cams and right cams. So yeah, they're able to help out, and then we also have the fullbacks as well that can also help out and stop the crosses coming in. So that's why we go with that. Over on to the most important part of the tactics is the instructions. Now we have Grandad in goal. If you've watched the series, you know all about Grandad and Nan. So yeah, we have the goalkeeper set on basic. Now, yes, obviously that's not much of a great tactic to give you. I think you were expecting like coming off of crosses and so on and so forth. Not needed at all. Leave the goalkeeper exactly how it is. Keep it on default. But when you're in the game, when you feel like there's going to be a shot coming in, just put your keeper will want to push out and like sort of like dive forward to save it, and he misses it most of the time. Move him back so he's right on the goal line, and then he will make that save so much easier. He might fumble a few of them, but he'll be able to like gather the ball. He probably will struggle to catch it sometimes, but at least he gets a hand on it and it doesn't go in. So yeah, always push the goalkeeper back when you're about to take a shot. I've noticed it makes a massive impact on the result, and the save percentage on our goalkeeper is probably extremely high compared to last season because I've started using that tactic as I am the captain of the team. Moving on to the centre backs. Now we've mixed this up slightly, so our big centre back in the middle, Big Yang, is everything is on default apart from aggressive interceptions. We want him to be the one that just like drives out, sort of like a really defensive midfielder that will just come in and just absolutely clatter anyone that's looking to take a long shot, and it seems to work. Yang has been great for us. Sometimes he has a bit of a fumble, and he leaves gaps in behind, but what can you do, eh? It's just one of them. And then the two centre backs either side of him are conservative interceptions. So if you don't know what this means, this is like where they won't go in for a challenge unless they know they're going to win the ball, essentially. Which we've found is again really helpful. It makes sure we don't concede many penalties and free kicks. And obviously we do it in with the goalkeeper tactic as well, bringing the ball back. That seems to work as well pretty well. Moving on to the fullbacks, again, it's probably pretty straightforward to you. Sit back while attacking. For some reason, left backs, right backs, wing backs just like to drive forward really, really high up, and it's just not necessary at all. And then obviously we've got the conservative interceptions as well, which just again, same as the defenders, make sure that they're not taking silly players out and giving away free kicks and penalties, especially when you've got those fast wingers cutting in and so on. Defensive mids, again, probably not really that relevant, but if we aren't playing, these are what the tactics we go for. We go for the cutting passing lines on both of them. Actually, they're identical, aren't they? And then also the staying back while attacking, because we are the attacking players. So, yeah, that's just one of them. We also have the aggressive interceptions as well, and they're actually on cover wing now. A lot of people say cover centre, but the way we play, because we've got Yang that comes out to like snap all their players. These ones can cover the wing and help out the fullbacks for any of those crosses, because everyone in club seems to be crossing the ball, and so that's why we do that. And yeah, I think that's that for them. And then these guys are all on default because we cover their positions. We always make sure there's at least 3 of us playing, so we would all just go up top. So these are pretty much default. I don't think I would suggest anything apart from maybe like, it depends on how you would play, but obviously, getting in behind is always a good one to go for. And yeah, that's pretty much balanced. If I go over to defensive and attacking, these are the other 2 that we would sometimes use if necessary, like if we're struggling the game. Obviously, pressure on heavy touch, I feel like that's probably pretty standard. The only other one is the offensive build-up play. Now, we would like to slow down the game, try and control it as much as we can, especially if we're winning. We just want to make sure that we can see the game out of like it's 10 minutes left or whatever. We just want to keep hold of the ball. So I would do that, and would also keep the pitch nice and tight. And yeah, and then obviously all these guys are as far back as possible. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. All the instructions are pretty much the same. So yeah, that's that. And then on the attacking one, again, pressure on heavy touch. Well, if we're chasing the game, we are on the vice versa, if I should say. We've got 10 minutes left to get something out of the game. We'll go on the pressure on heavy touch. Now, people will go with, I think it's constant pressure on this one. This will drain your stamina way too quick. Don't bother with it. You and your bot will absolutely drain in about 5 minutes, and it's pretty pointless. And you feel like that's slow as well, and there's a lot of spaces in behind, so I wouldn't bother with that. I'll just keep it on pressure with heavy touch. And we also have our depth a bit higher up the pitch as well to try and get hold of that ball and go and attack. And obviously the fast build-up play, as you've seen before. But our chances creation isn't the possession anymore, it's balanced. We seem to be balanced as when you're chasing the game, just seems to be a little bit better because people are making, sometimes they're coming short, but then sometimes they're making the getting behind is what I'm trying to say. So you can do the through ball to them and so on. So yeah, I think balance is probably the best for that, what we found, and obviously these go pretty high up. Well, not high up, but higher than 1. We just have them on 2. Again, we're the pros that are going to be taking most of the shots, so we don't really need the bots to help us out there. Formation again stays the same, and so does the instructions. And I believe that's it. I don't think there's much else in here. We don't really do the ultra defensive, so these are probably just what all the defaults are. So yeah, I think that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you've got any other tips that we should use that you found very helpful, let me know down in the comments. I'll probably update this maybe like every month or 2 months, depending if we've seen any new tactics that seem to be like fitting the meta, or the way we like to play is actually against the meta. We don't do many crosses, we like the tiki-taka play. So yeah, if I see anything new on there, I will let you know. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.